Today, we're going to be talking all about the Japanese Dictionary of Color Combinations. What is it? How does it work? But most importantly, how to use it effectively when styling our clothes. In the past couple of months, I've been feeling really drab and uninspired, especially when it comes to my fashion. Like, I am a jeans and a t-shirt type of girly, but I need a pep in my step, and this little book has turned my head on a top. Or turn me on a swivel. I'm turned. So what is it all about and what is it used for? Basically, in a nutshell, it's a 6-volume map or a blueprint, I guess you can say, of unexpectedly harmonious color combinations that stir the imagination. And you could use it in makeup artistry, graphic design, branding, art, interior design, like any area where a slurry of colors is in order. But today, we're gonna be trying it to coordinate outfits for fall. And most of the clothing that you're going to be seeing today is going to be from Old Navy. So yay. So let's get started, shall we? The first color combination is going to be from page 199. There's a prominent burgundy there. They're calling it Vistorous Lake. And then the sea misty green, a kind of a muddy, swampy green, and then the pale yellow. Not colors that I would necessarily associate with each other to form a cohesive outfit. And this was definitely a trust the process type of a moment. But this is what I came up with, and I'm actually so happy with the outcome. In the book, there's no real rule structure. It doesn't ratio the colors or tell you what to do. It doesn't hold your hand or explain. So I had to kind of play and adjust and move things around, and I found that the 60-30-10 or the 60-30-5-5 method worked the best for my brain. And what that basically means is that 60% of the outfit is going to be one color, 30% of the outfit is going to be another color, and then it's going to be 10%, or you could break it down into 5 and 5. In this specific circumstance, 60% of this outfit is burgundy. And when I tell you it is a spot on match, it is actual perfection. And since brands are ramping up for fall right now, this particular color palette is plentiful at Old Navy. And of course, if you're interested in any of the clothes that I'm mentioning today, I'm gonna link everything down in the description box below. These chinos couldn't be more comfortable and easy, but I do recommend sizing down because they are generously sized. Now, for the 30%, I decided to go with this misty green color because I was so worried about it pulling like holly jolly Christmas time, but it really doesn't. I'm so pleasantly surprised by that. In person, it looks super chic paired together, and the camera is making the sweater look a little bit on the warmer side, but to me, it's close enough to the book to where I'm satisfied. And I already have this one in my closet, so my wallet can breathe a little easier. On the Old Navy website, the shoes were pulling way darker, and when I got them in the mail, I was like, oh crap, this is not gonna work, but I actually kind of prefer it this way, so thank goodness for happy accidents, I guess. As far as the yellow and muddy green goes, I figured that I would bring those in through accessories. So a pop of yellow would be the gold jewelry, and then I brought in these really pretty green bangles. And overall, I'm really happy with the way that the outfit turned out, but there's so many people online that make this look so easy. And you know, once I forged through the first outfit, everything else kind of fell into place, so to speak. But getting through that first one, it was a real challenge. Okay, outfit number 2 took inspiration from page 227, and when I first saw this, I was like, whoa. I was raised in the 80s, you know, matchy furniture and bed in a bag and themed toilet seat era. So green is a notoriously difficult color to pair with things, almost to the point I would say where it's a taboo color. So not only did this book sort of scratch my rebellious brain, but it also gave me permission to quiet those naggy, imperious voices that I've been raised up on. It's been very cathartic. But this is what I came up with. So you have the cool tone deep slate green, and that's gonna be my grounding color. Funny enough, this one was the most challenging to find, and once again, Old Navy came through in clutch. So these are their high-waisted wide leg relaxed jeans, and to say that the match is spot on would be an understatement, and surprisingly, I think I need to size down in these too. My 30%, of course, turned out to be the wrong shade of green again, but on paper it's called dusky green, and I was sure this was gonna be a match. You really can't tell online, and that's the problem. This is more of a grassy green, and honestly, I'm not mad at it. In fact, I almost prefer it for a casual everyday encounter. That sounds weird, but it feels more modern, and dare I say, maybe a little edgy. That could be the lace top that I'm wearing underneath it, but We're not gonna go there. And then I just added some jewelry and my butterbeer bag. Oh, and also if you're interested in the shoes that I'm wearing, they are from Karl Lagerfeld, and they're bringing the dusky green that the shirt coulda, woulda, shoulda been. And 100% I plan on burning these things right after this video. So uncomfortable, y'all, but they match, so I yielded. I also experimented with the Quince Silk long sleeve button down shirt just for shits and giggles. That's what you're seeing right now, and I would love to know which one you'd prefer, because each color combination to me feels like totally different people. This one feels like the classier, more refined aunt, you know? One of the aspects of this book that I really appreciate is that when you open it, for me anyway, it feels almost overwhelming in that it's color combinations that I've never considered going together before, and I did want to go out there and buy a whole new wardrobe to play this thing out. But when paging through it versus acting on it, I realized that there's a whole lot more of mix and match opportunities. So if you're a person who likes to wear the same pants for like 3 days a week, you need to get your hands on this book. For example, the final outfit today, as you can see, adopts the same exact pants that I was wearing in look number 1. But because the accent color is so bold, it's not at the forefront of our mind, and you're gonna find this over and over and over again. This color combination is from page 232, by the way, and it brings the exact same neon pop from the book. Or is this considered chartreuse? I really don't know. Either way, I would consider this to be a very harsh color, and one that I tend to avoid unless it's on my fingertips, of course. But I wanted to see if the magic could still be recreated even with colors that are considered disagreeable in our eyes. And I think what helps this along somewhat is the grounding of the black that kind of tones everything down. But does it still work in synergy to your eyes? I would love to know. Or does the black kind of snuff it out? I will say, of the 3 looks that I showed y'all today, this one is my least favorite. And no matter how I switch things around, no matter how I adjusted, it just didn't give me that satisfaction that I was looking for. One thing I could say with certainty is that this little book has completely changed my relationship to color, not just in fashion, but with my life, because it's a time-tested, battle-worn, raw interpretation of what naturally attracts the human eye. And what I found so profound, I guess you can say, is like in nature, it's immune to the rules that we, at least in the Western society, have placed and been trained to follow. And for that, what a gem, and definitely one to add to your collection. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this Japanese dictionary of color combination video / Old Navy try on haul. I hope y'all found this video helpful, enjoyable, and a little bit entertaining, maybe a little informative. If you did, please give it a like and a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, thank y'all so much for watching. I always appreciate each and every one of ya. Please stay safe and stay healthy in this wild, crazy, weird world that we're living in. And I'm gonna be seeing y'all very soon.